I just fix my microphone here. Okay, good. So yeah, I'm back after like I don't know, like what, a month or two? Yeah, I couldn't stream for a while because I basically had to get it readjusted to my new schedule for work because the summer is kind of like the time where my schedule just shifts in the opposite fucking direction to a point where it basically whatever I was doing like that like usually for my schedule, it's now like in a complete opposite spectrum. Like so it's late instead of me being up at late nights, I'm now up in the morning. Besides that, I have a game here to play pretty much, and it's kind of what I've been holding off to for a while. I have played its sequels because it did have like two like continuations pretty much. It's if you haven't figured it out by the title, it's basically Lobotomy Corp, which was made by Project Moon or something. And actually, hold on, let me get the game switched over to it now. See if it will auto detect. Okay, good. Is my audio good here? I'm just trying to see if it will catch it for a second. Because OBS always acts a little strange after having it like not on for like I don't know a month. Okay, so yeah, there is audio going through. Okay, so now I do know a lot about this game, like a decent, like mainly lore related, because I kind of looked up the lore after playing Library of Rona. But it's a pretty good game. Like it's a very good like setting, pretty much. Like I like my like dystopian settings somewhat because they're kind of like they always have like these cool like character development scenes and stuff with some characters. In fact, that was one of the reasons why I liked Library of Ruino was mainly because the fact that it had like a lot of like very well fleshed out characters as well as like a lot of cool mechanics. Like the fucking dice mechanic was amazing for speed dice. But this kind of has a completely different way of playing though. So I guess we'll get started with this now. It's also more like anime-esque with the art style here. Okay, so I got a box. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. All right. So apparent. So yeah, there's apparently Angela. For many of you know what this fucking character is. Yeah, I'll start narrating. Hello, X. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I am Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace. So please have not worry in speaking with me or asking any questions, basically. I honestly quite like my name. How do you feel about yours? Kind of a weird take on like it kind of looks. This game kind of can be very deceptive, from what I remember. Like people talking about it, as well as like the fucking games that came after this, what they show. It tries to like shroud the dystopian dread of it. Anyway, I'll continue narrating now. I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signified that I am one of the best to exist in this age. I know what you must be thinking. You're not sure that you think I look too human to be an AI, am I wrong? However, there's a great difference between us. I am bound here. I cannot go wherever I like. just like you do. I may be able to operate the systems in the corporation to open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I cannot take a step outside the building and bask in the sunlight or feel a gentle breeze. Now, regardless of my appearance, as you can see, the color of my hair is that of morning sky after a light shower. The tone and shape of my voice is taken from the wisest person in the world. Okay, she's just fucking ego tripping on here. She's just bragging about her fucking appearance. Anyway. Lastly, my face is picturesque, like the picturesque of the person who had the most beautiful smile. Don't worry, that was a joke. There's no such person on Earth. My appearance was designed to attract this to the largest number of people in mind. So basically, she was designed to look nice to the average person, pretty much. If the way I look at it is pleasing to your eye, then I'm working as intended. Moving on, artificial intelligence is much more efficient in comparison to humans in terms of multitasking. I'm the best in the majority of work fields. I'm able to handle work of several dozen people at once. I'm certain many people have lost their jobs because of me. It's such a shame. True. You gotta think of it this way, like in like a decade or two from now, there's probably gonna be some jobs that are just destroyed by AI. I mean, it's practically happening now with some stuff. Anyway, I'll continue. Well, enough of introduction. Is there anything you'd like to know? You know, let's not. You know, fuck her. She already bragged about herself. We're gonna talk about the company instead. It's not a bad thing to ask about. Let me put it this way: your world is constantly growing, and the demand for energy is exponentially increasing as technology advances. All conventional energy sources combined could not sustain the world forever. So, in search of a solution, we have decided to stumble upon mysterious beings who we dubbed abnormalities. We are literally harvesting SCPs. Using this special method. And to isolate them in a controlled environment and harvest energy from them. Our corporation became one of the wings of the world for a discovery that benefits humanity in two ways. Once you're fully placed into the role as manager, you'll be able to access all current information on abnormalities from the encyclopedia. Okay. Second. Sorry about that. Family members came into the house, so I had to go see what they were up to. Anyway, it's very important that you know and understand these beings well to be successful in your position, because they might just fucking obliterate your facility. For now, the encyclopedia's pages lay blank, but it will be filled out little by little. Don't concern yourself too much with it. Is a task for your subordinates dependent. Okay, so apparently you joined at opportune moments. Lobotomy Corp is always looking to improve its thing. I'm not much of a narrator person. Just saying, like, I was thinking, like, when I was fucking younger, all I'd do was, like, whenever I had, like, any dialogue in a fucking RPG, I would always just, like, skip, 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 skip. Just, like, skip a billion of it. But I do kind of want to, like, at least go for it at least once. Or try to, like, go for it. But what was funny though is because I would skip all the dialogue when I was younger in games, it literally just made it much fucking harder to pretty much go through like any area in the game, because I would just literally get lost or forget what the idea of like what I had to do is. So I'd be like, oh, collect 5 things, and then it just doesn't give you a prompt for it. You're just like, oh, I guess I'm screwed then. Anyway, speaking of which, there was a new updated system right before you arrived. That means The working conditions have been improved upon compared to those of your predecessors. You know, small welcoming it. Best of luck for us. I was just about to mention you. You don't understand the concept of patience, do you? Environment manners manager. I was talking to one of the other AIs that work here. I should introduce you to her. Because it's going to tell us about the first character we encounter. Naturally, of course, I should be your most trustworthy and capable companion amongst all the AIs. I'll greet her now. Okay, there's literally a Kabbalist fucking chart in the background. A glitched out screen and... Okay, of course it's Malkov. It does seem like whenever they do involve like... I remember in Library Arena they did start with Malkov first as well. And it was kind of... Personally, I found HOD to be the best one of like the lower tier ones for like just from a gameplay standpoint in Library Arena, because it was literally the fact that you just literally flick like 50 debuffs on people. I don't know. I might replay that game once I beat it once, just to give like just with the knowledge I have and see how fast I can clear it. But that'll be for like another day. I'll probably skip for the dialogue though, darn that. Okay, so this tells me this is the log of the dialogue. It shows missions, so I guess I'm gonna get missions from her later. I arrived just on time, right? The time is only about 1 minute late. Well, I guess it still counts as on time. Congratulations on joining. I do not want to disturb your touching moments, Malkov, but every second counts. Please make your introduction as brief as possible. And she's like, seems saying that she is in a good mood today. But hey, at least the other Sephiroths. Okay, number fucking term coined here. So that basically just means that like stuff's themed around that. We're looking forward to meeting you. Well, maybe not all of them. So she's basically, like, I guess, the upbeat one in the group. I do know they change a bit in like Library Arena though. Since we're the control team, we have a great deal of responsibility. I'll try to help you best improving the basic functionalities of the facility. You're a bit nervous right now, but it'll take time to get used to it. Don't worry, I'm sure to help you. Not exactly the best at everything, but I'm used to problem. I'm used to be a problem, you know. Okay. And she's gonna give me an easy task. Okay. This employee wants to get out, apparently. Why do you want to quit? You don't want to work in the control team? Every day's a delight. It's horrible. It's fucking insane. Benign. Well, not benign, like crazy, I guess, would be a better term. Nothing here is normal. Seriously, you can't handle it? Imagine, even though you're the head of the facility, that employee belongs to my department, so I believe I can take care of this. Let me handle it. Okay. These kind of things happen all the time. Great. Must be the first time you've seen something like this. Usually Angela or herself literally handles it. Just a tiny hiccup. And he's fucking dead. Complete free work processes with the abnormalities. Each day you will need to expand one department. Are you ready to open up the control department and begin managing abnormalities? Yep. Okay, so our first guy is Alex. Looks kind of smug. Okay, so this is where we store items, special items, I guess. This guy apparently has 15 HP, 17 SP, 20 work success, and 17 speed. So I have two lobs. I just want to see what happens when I up these. So it costs 10 to up them from 1 to 5. Probably not do that, just make a new one if we can. Okay, so it costs 1 to lob to hire. Oh, we get to customize them a little bit, I guess. Oh, it costs points to fully customize them. Oh, I'll just re-roll them a billion times, I guess. Okay, Genie. And, and Missona. Okay. I think that'll be our team for the time being. So apparently, clerks that exist in this department apparently get more movement speed. And apparently to get more movement speed after a certain point. Control team monitors the employees and abnormalities and plans out the best course of action. They give immediate orders to other employees while watching CCTV feeds. They tend to be quite bossy and sort of making them unpopular with other teams. And we have no research for them. Okay. All right. Let's start. So we got the skull dude. We don't know who he is. Oh, I kind of know what he is. I just don't want to say it. Okay, who's our best? So I guess with the randomized, people have slightly varying degrees of like stats. Like one, I guess one of them's like 20, one's 15. But this one's kind of luckier for some reason. It seems to have like an extra 2 in something. All right, let's try insight. See how insight does. Also, because they're part of this team, they have a speed boost as well. And their weapons apparently do 4 to 6 damage, and their armor doesn't protect for shit. It gets black or what? Or pale. Although it has no eyes, it recognizes the presence of Alex in the room. As of the moment, you've accumulated exactly half the energy needed. Let's get Miss Sona over there. Actually, let's see what we can do with this. It's unlock basic information. So this anomaly is apparently called the 1 sin and 100 good deeds. To succeed, it basically requires 8 to 10 energy generated from it. Or you can get a normal result by getting 4 to 7. It seems like it might be just basically impossible to get bad result from the looks of things. Apparently does white damage a little bit. That's about it. Let's try attachment. With the same guy. Maybe we can get something from him because it looks like there's a small chance to get like a gift that gives extra sanity and success rate with working with that anomaly. It's kind of dingy. Apparently that did really well. Let's look at attachment. Attachment's high. Common, Insight has like common to high, so it's good at first, and then seems to get worse over time. Same thing with instinct, apparently. This armor he gives apparently is mildly better than the average armor of a default guy. Because I think, what was it? They take 1.5 times black? Yeah. So that armor would actually just be a straight upgrade, because not only would it slightly improve their white and red protection, it would also greatly improve their black protection. Cost 10 now. Now let's get some training in. Let's look at to see what this does. The meltdown. The reason is I just want to see if we can get some of that armor. Just remix it. I do like how the audio just bugs out when I move too fast between it. But he seems like he's like the training anomaly. Like you basically can just use him to train your guys to do all sorts of stuff. I am curious what his weapon is. And it seems like the more you work with him, the better the observation level. I guess if I fully unlock this stuff. Okay, yeah, so that gave him that upgraded his observation level. So by doing that, I just increased success rate by 5% with him. So apparently, he'll restore the employee's mental health if the work is good. Apparently, one of them commented on it being refreshing. The maximum amount produced will also restore mental health to every employee in the department if it's perfect, basically. And his weapon appears to be mildly better than the default. Like, only mildly. I think one of them leveled up. Well, we'll just do one more. That way we can get like enough boxes to get a armor piece at least. So we can equip somebody with something to protect themselves with. Okay, so that puts a countdown on it. Plus, if we get them fully completed, like for information, we can basically use that to our advantage to make them a lot more efficient. We'll just make one of those and call it a day. So we cleared that one objective too by doing that. But yeah, I think that armor is going to be integral for the early game of this, just for the fact that it's going to provide like a small boost in protection against like the common damage types. That's Plague Doctor, isn't it? That's the guy. That's what I think it is. Yes, Fairy is related. Give me a second. I need to like check on something. Let's see. Dare I even go for this? Like this is probably. You know what? This might be better. Let's try the trauma one. Okay, number dialect says Face the fear, build the future. That's the motto of the founder, apparently. One who's referred as A, because they don't want to tell us his whole name yet. If you had to choose, what part of the motto would you prefer? And just face it. Apparently, we're the first to discover abnormalities. Of course, with this exclusion of myself, I do not exactly belong. How she put it, we're pioneering an entirely new world, brand new field study. The discoveries we have made thus far are merely a tip of the iceberg. So that explains why Library Runa kind of came out to be the way it is, kind of. Because if you think about it, like the distortions from there were probably from this, from the events of this game, like the start of them. Anyway, other melodies have been among us since the beginning. However, we have only just found their essence, their strange nature. We confronted them for the first time. We faced the fear itself. They were fundamentally an incarnation of fear. There was a bit of confusion last time, wasn't there? Usually, I'm in charge of the security of your office. However, it seems they failed to pay close enough attention to the meeting room. I heard that a control team employees are resigned from the corporation. Good job. You know what it means to resign here, don't you? I think that's a no. So apparently there's a miscalculation on information that should be delivered, what shouldn't. And the variety of roles here, so every actor plays a role and they must be faithful to their part without any error or synergizing with each other. Now, if one decides to leave the stage and they didn't like their role, they actually play their predetermined part at the predetermined timing before they exit the stage left. But to leave the stage without fulfilling it, I kind of double clicked there by accident. That means their life of the role and its actor are finished. I mean, that's what it means when they resign, basically. Good job, you did exactly what I asked of you. I knew you could do it. Never gonna ask how much I rooted for you back there. As for me, the days are alright. We covered the joint emergency protocol control for my team. A single dropout or injury. Everyone did a good job. Not to say that it was perfect, though. Have you seen something creepier than the abnormalities? Those entities that are wandering the facility unable to be contained, and sometimes they manifest themselves in the corridors. Drills do no good when you encounter them, since we don't have enough data on them, so we have to stay alert. No matter how particular their plan is, you can't wait to control it. Sometimes we encounter them. Okay, it's not like fear, it's similar. Okay, so it's now getting into the horror elements. Spooky music has started. The spook music. She apparently says she feels nauseous, as if it's palpitating in control. It feels like she's no longer herself. Probably hinting at something more fucked up in the story later down the line. Your job isn't just to keep the abnormality control. It's you need to make sure they're happy, and so they produce many PE boxes as they can. Please work hard on this. Everything else should be secondary to an objective. Complete work processes that are a good result. Okay, so we now have research proposals now. So we can recall scattered agents to their home department main rooms, which could be potentially beneficial. We could get faster game speed, which we'll probably want right now at least. Or we can just make them work in other places. Yeah, let's get the game speed for now. So we now have a new creature that we don't know what the hell it is. And we now have another spot. I think I remember there's like a thing where like you could basically train people up to their skill levels instead of just forcing it on them. This person looks a little drunk. You know what? They're perfect. Okay, what the fuck is this? You know what? You're going in there and you're gonna repress it. Looks like some type of like static interference going on in there or something. Apparently feels an ominous pressure in the containment room. Apparently it's making static as if it's like someone blending a fucking pile of like rocks in a blender. He doesn't seem to be doing a very good job though. Well, he might be able to barely get a moderate result. Alright, so this costs 12 to complete, so we're just gonna look for good ones here. Okay, attachment is shit. We should not be using attachment on that. If that's the case, let's use instinct. Let's have this person do it. On escaping. Apparently it does sanity damage when people fail it. Also, apparently instinct is super fucking bad. Okay. The person had to get killed, so that apparently causes insanity. So you're telling me this person failed horribly at a fucking instinct job? But my guess is they probably went mad in there, and that's probably what caused it. So we'll put the most sane person in there then. The highest work success rate. Okay, let's see what the remaining info here is. So, okay, so repression's the best one for this. Insight is only good for the first stage. And apparently makes random ass noise. This guy healed up yet? Yeah, he's probably healed up. Guess we won't touch that one for a short while until we have a good idea what's going on with it. There's a lot of guidelines for this one too. The higher the agent's fortitude is, the lower the success rate is work due to the fact that the violent tendency is flaring up rapidly due to its influence. So people with a lot of HP are bad on this. Okay. So by that logic, you basically want to use regression on them with it. Let's make more armors. Although since it does do sanity damage, you might be able to do so. There might be a way to counteract that because I remember white damage was sanity damage. So I think you can actually like fix somebody with that. Okay, so it's called 176 megahertz. It's apparently a Teep class. Has less room for error than than the other one. And with that upgrade, I think I just got an extra 5% success rate on it, which will probably help. I keep training someone for attachment for the time being. It's also just good because then I can just buy all these items and use these for later situations. Because if this does white damage, that means that this weapon could be good for essentially purging somebody of some problems, especially if they go insane. Yeah, let's get some more guidelines. When work is normal, the quality counter is lowered with a normal probability. When it's bad, it's lowered with high probability. If they panic, it gets lowered. When the result was good, it increases the counter. When all boxes are produced, the counter is increased by 2. Surveillance detects various noises emitted around the facility based on the fact that it occurs from the equip up counter set to 0. This noise originates from the containment unit. Gotta keep trying it. Keep training up some people whenever we can. That was perfect timing too, because that thing just went into meltdown. So kind of funny that Genie just got their shit kicked in. The like literally the beginning of the fucking area. Like the beginning of the day, basically. Just like, oh, they just went insane on the first attempt. On their first attempt of the day, and they got their skull bashed in, basically. Oh, I still have to do another? Okay. Well, we can at least check what this one is now. The number of sections affected by the noise steadily increases until the quick up counter is completely recovered. So basically, it pretty much it basically causes like visual disturbances or something when it gets angry. So armor doesn't look half bad though. It gives you decent black protection and white protection, but it does make you a bit more weaker to red. So maybe. Just gonna get that fully researched before we go any further, because honestly, it's kind of good to just keep collecting stuff whenever you can. There's no weapon eco for this, but it does have static armor. Okay. So we pretty much, I guess if I want the armor, which I guess I will try to get it, because why not? Seems like we don't have any special hazards besides the meltdown at the moment. How did you fuck that up really badly? Okay, so it's common for one of the other people apparently, and I think that's because wait, why is it common for them? They just have more health or something, or are they level 2? I think it's because they have more health. That's why. Okay, we're done with this. We don't have to touch this thing ever again. And we got plenty of items, so we're good. Ah, yes, because one of them died. Oh well. No big deal. Is this what I think it is? You know what? It's shrimp time. It's time to shrimp. Well, greetings. It marks 3 days that you worked here now. The number 3 is mysterious one. In age-old fables, it is common for a mysterious entity to appear and tell protagonists to utter 3 wishes. So basically, she's just mentioning the genie of mythology. And I need a drink. So give me a second. Okay, I got my drink. Throat was getting dry there a little bit. Sadly, I am not a mage or a billionaire that can grant you wishes. However, I do happen to know what your predecessors wished for, which was basically just finding some kind of growth, apparently, and prosperity. And the fact of it, there was another manager who gave me such an answer. Apparently, spiritual is also an obsolete term in their world today, apparently. That's for what the definition of spirit is, and the manager told them, well, I unfortunately do not recall the details of that conversation. Even the AI can't store every bit of data. Unnecessary information should be deleted for smooth operation, after all. So you may be asking yourself if your predecessors managed to fulfill their wish. Well, oops, double-clicked by accident. I suppose what happened to others is not important after all. I do promise to cheer you on for your journey to your final goal, though. Now, I'm not really saying he's one-to-one, by the way. I'm just kind of like getting the gist of it, because I don't feel like adding up. Some of this text kind of is just more unnecessary, honestly. You did it again. You did it flawlessly, too. I have myself a lot of work to do. If you look at my notebook, it's always full of stuff to do. But I know I can get through it. I should do my best, like I always have. I know I'm slower than numbers. I always check my list, and I miss sometimes things that are important. That's why I have this notebook with me all the time. Can't leave any mistakes, you know? I've been carrying it for so long that it's almost worn out. If it's worn out, why don't you just get a new one? It's a fucking notebook. You just get another one. Anyway. It's been with me ever since I began working here. I know Angela worries about me from time to time, but I got everything under control. I think this kind of life is so basically. Apparently, she's just saying that like this was her aspirations, pretty much. Like this, like high up position that she got in like a workplace. And the Drake sets in for her. Okay, Malcolm, please finish the report I requested by the end of today. Sure, sure thing, boss. I've got it right here on my list. I'll have it turned in by the end of the day. Well, the guys here are all unstable with the exception of me. It's especially bad for Malcolm that you notice how he can't complain though. It all makes it easier for me to control her. So basically, all the AIs, quote unquote AIs, are not right in the head in some way, shape, or form, or they just like dwell on things too much or something like that. I'm not trying to spoil anything though. because I do know some of it. Yeah, we'll get assembly summons. And now we got two more nuggets. And apparently a new anomaly. We have no clue what it is. Fun fact: I know what it is. I just don't want to say anything because it's shrimp. It is shrimp. Good old shrimp. I like how they just like in unison like make motions. Like they're on like a street performing team or something. Yeah, we're not touching that ever again, by the way. We're gonna do some insight on him, some attachment for them. This person apparently has much higher success rate now. We're just gonna streamline through this. We could just get this done and over with today, like in this day specifically. So apparently you just want to use instinct and insight on this. So this will just be our insight trading area. Oh no, the shrimp are about to melt down. Okay, let's get the basic information. The open can of weld shears. They apparently give you soda can armor, which normalizes the black damage and gives you a slight red resistance. Not sure if I want to use it though. Upon completion of the work process, a canned beverage is discharged from the vending machine. The type of beverage that is emitted varies on work type. It seemed to take them a bit to get through everything. I'm hoping I can like speed them up more eventually. About getting level 2 observation right off the bat is going to definitely help with that. When a red drink is a can is emitted, the employee who ingests a beverage has a distinct aroma sweetness expressed by heightened energy later. Following tests result in the person's physical health being improved, apparently. So that one heals. Get a blue one restores mental strength. And the purple one fixes both. Still need to figure out more about them. Keep sending the shrimp that fries rice. Some people to check out on them. Oh good, it's not the fucking frequency thing. I feel like this is like one of those anomalies where once you're done with it, you just don't touch it ever again. There's no reason to ever touch it again. Because why would you want anything from this? Like, the armor is kind of mid. I guess the armor is good if you have to deal with black damage, just for the fact that it's the only thing that can block black damage the most this early on. But I feel like red damage is probably the most common in this game. besides that and white. Like red and white are probably like the most common, so like you probably want armor that at least gives you good protection against that. And the reason why I haven't equipped it to anybody is because I don't feel like doing that yet. So I'm kind of just like trying to feel out and see what the equipment is. And we got full ego equipment from them now. And the work result of the open can is bad. Do not take any drink provided by the machine. So that's probably the bad result. And apparently they give you a gun. They just give you a fucking Glock. It's the fucking Second Amendment vending machine. Just gives you like literally a gun. You're like, hey, you bought a lot of sodas from me. Here's a gun. It's actually a lot weaker than the starting weapons, but then again, it's like ranged or something. So of course it would be useful. So I need to do 8 of these. I'm gonna run out of stuff to do before 8. But I guess this is a good opportunity to just keep training people, I guess. It's very clear that I should probably not train anybody with these. Unless they can get high result. We'll do one practice run on that. See how that goes. I mean, it's fully maxed out, so the success chance is actually as good as it gets for this person. And they are nailing it. They are absolutely nailing it. Oh, never mind. Well, still, they did an insanely good job with that. Now we have now bought a shrimp gun. The shrimp gun has been purchased. Let's keep um, training these people. I think this game lasts for like what, 50 days? That's what it was. It's like a 50-day thing. So yeah, it probably would be a good idea to just like prep everybody as much as possible, but not with that one. So, oh, so I see. So if I do it while there's a meltdown going on, it counts towards this marker here. So next time it's a meltdown, I'll have someone go in there here and then do the one that's like melting down basically. Okay, so we bought both the guns. I'll probably give a gun to one of my guys just so they at least have a range option. Okay. Perfect time for that. And a perfect time for this. Oh, he has the headband. I guess that means that his stats are gonna be generally better. Yeah, plus 10% success rate with the skull and 2 extra sanity. Got like 2 more to do before it's done. There's a lot of movement speed for these people. I'm guessing the movement speed is because of this thing where basically some agents are getting like extra speed from continual work. Still gotta do 2 more though before we're truly done with this. And that one should be done in no time. There you go, all done. You can basically just buy out almost all the weapons. And armors at least. I'm sure it's gonna get a lot harder later down the line. Bracelet shall not forgive those who hold greed in their hearts. Thus, it must only be worn by those in true need. Many of those underwent an operation inside the machine and have found themselves rested and healthy again. That sounds sketchy. Do you remember the melody? The professor said used to play this song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday. That sounds scuffed and sketchy. Well, I gotta pick one. Yeah, let's see what this does. You take pride in what you do here. If not, this recent news will likely change your mind. At your arrival, the rate of energy output is increased by 13%. If you don't feel a significance in that figure, then let me add that it's a record-breaking percentage. How do you feel? You know what? Don't care. Is it not normal to be having a situation like this? For your information, I practically run here. All I do is all just to deliver the great news to you, pretty much. It's a figure of speech, of course. I do not expect you to react to this. It would be nice if you were a bit happier. It's sort of a special day. And apparently it's just trying to butter him up. Okay. I was an employee for the first time yesterday. In fact, many more shall follow. Hint, hint. Yeah, I'm already like losing interest in the conversation this game. Yeah. Let's just get ready to Malcolm's fucking depression spree. You need to be honest here, Malcolm. You simply cannot suppress the ordeals with the employees you currently have at your disposal. Trust me, I'm the head of the information team. Even if your team were to suppress the ordeals on their own, there's too great of a risk to extreme mental damage to your employees. But you saw it. We only need to consider the mortality rate of the agents and the possibility of abnormalities breaching. Because like Angela said that one crazy employee tried to kill 10 uppers, and she's saying that she's the leader of the control team. I may make outrageous mistakes in other aspects, but this role I know better than anyone else. I know how to handle employees on the verge of insanity. I even wrote down a code of conduct for it. Honestly, it feels like I'm the only one who follows the guide. Am I wrong? Please don't tell me if you happen to need it. I'll always share a copy with you. I'm fine by that code of yours. I don't need weak employees in my department. Damn straight. Ain't no weakness in this fucking household. Weakness means elimination and death of your place in my department. To work for the control team, the department that leads the corporation signifies that you should be more capable than everyone else. Which is kind of ironic, given the fact that she's given the weakest anomalies in the entire game. You've been watching what happened to those weak-willed employees from the comfort of your office, have you? Can anyone, you guys say something? Well, thank you so much for visiting. The mental corruption levels of the control team's employees exceeded the maximum threshold. And just what did the other sergeants do in the meantime? Sit and watch. The control team has failed to handle the ordeals. Someone at the staff immediately suppressed the ordeals and asked for your support team from the other departments. Complete a dusk ordeal. Okay, so we're getting ordeals now to deal with. Fortunately, we did get a lot of good stuff here. Okay, Alex is apparently level 2 now. Oh, he has the other eco gift too. The soda that gives him plus 2 HP. Let's give him a gun. And the penance armor, because the penance armor is actually good. Right, let's get them all in. If we're gonna be fighting something, we need to basically be armored. This person, however, will be given the noise. But I can't use it. Well, soda armor it is. There we go, they're basically upgraded now and ready to go. I kind of want to save the law points for emergencies, honestly. Because if you can train somebody up to be better, that's a more efficient use of time. We got a ring. I see. It only tells us what it does when we use it, so that means we'll have to sacrifice somebody later. Still, I was hoping that it would be something more useful. But if we're gonna do it to somebody, it will probably be the most underdeveloped character in our team. So probably this person. I just want to see what happens. We'll use it for 10 seconds and see what we get out of it. Yep. You're going in there to see what happens to you. I see. So if I make somebody use it, it's going to have varying degrees of results. But if I get Alex's like ability to pretty much work at a highly successful rate, it will probably help with the later anomalies we find. So we're just gonna put this, have this person put it on time. Oh, who's freaking out here? It's this thing. Well, when he's done, he's gonna deal with it. I do want to face a Dusk Ordeal though. Possible. 10, 9, 8, 2, 1. That should be long enough to get an outcome. Stats regarding fortitude are greatly increased while Luminous Bracelet is worn. Okay. Can we even get ordeals right now? I guess not, because it's too early. Kind of sucks though that we didn't get a an abnormality that actually has something going on with it. Just another equipment. So the armor apparently, if equipped with this, with someone with this gift, it apparently gives them like a heavy attack speed boost. Kind of think of it, I should probably get everybody equipped with a soda if I can. Oh, I misclicked. The headband also seems like a good idea just for the sanity boost. We're basically done with it though. Apparently, Temperance has went to level 3 on Alex, and Prudence went to level 2 on Soda. Now, I'm only going to stream for like 2 more hours, maybe. Because this game does take a while to play. Each successful experiment makes you a better person. The greatness company is found in multiple trials and hardships, apparently, and you too shall become great. Each day in the company is another small experiment towards shaping your life for the better. How's your day been? She's basically just saying like how everything's been. So she's basically just there as like a assistant, pretty much, to try to like butter up the manager, I guess. Okay, so that facility is fully upgraded now. So this costs 3 less now to upgrade the 5 if we have to on somebody. So it is kind of worth just training people up before you spend points. We have to be past day 20 to get ordeals. Yeah, that's kind of so it's just smooth sailing pretty much for the time being. guess I'll just keep training people. Let's have this person hold it for a few more seconds. Let's see what happens. Okay, got a couple extra seconds off of it. I mean, when we don't know what it does, we gotta kind of like play around with it a little bit and see what happens. Because we don't really know what it's gonna do. Okay, it just killed him. With tumors, apparently. We have found something out. This bracelet is apparently cancerous and dangerous. So we'll retry the day now that we know that that's lethal. I probably should have tested out literally like for a second, but you know, it's good to it's good to experiment a little. So I guess the gimmick here is you don't want to like wear. It seems to heal your character, so you probably shouldn't wear it when you're like at full health. But I guess that's the benefit of the Luminous Bracelet. I think since it heals you, you can use it as emergency recovery if needed. I'm trying to see if I can bug out the audio again for fun. Okay, so that does red damage. That's good to know. I just need to get some people leveled up in Justice, because Justice seems like it'll probably be the best stat later down the line, just for getting to things quickly. Definitely speed this up. Okay, what the hell is wrong in there? Is this person just not capable of attachment? Okay, rule of thumb, this person sucks at attachment. Oh no. Okay, good. No problems with that. I'll send my best man at it. I don't have any, like, instinct trainers, though. It's all like insight, attachment, and like it's all like justice, prudence, and like temperance stuff. Like nothing that can train fortitude effectively. Without too much risk. Anyway, we're done it. It's finished. Didn't take long at all, actually. Okay, that one's round, so that means there's something wrong with it. Okay, we'll try this one out. Are you aware there are numerous employees working in this company? Majority of them would like to know more about you as a person. Some will take initiative and attempt to approach you first. It's rather funny knowing that you will not do anything to improve their odds. There's no regulation to prevent them from coming all the way to your office to interact with you face to face. Unfortunately, it seems the ones that set the rules place do not consider situations like that. And I suppose this may be an opportunity to show them you're generous and caring enough to have chit chats with them at least. Or travels faster than you think. Faster than you think, basically. Oh yeah, there was another thing I was going to be doing at some point. It was like because I'm getting closer to finishing and reformatting my TTRPG that I usually do, and I'm probably going to start streaming sessions again at some point once I fully finish reformatting it. Because basically, the reformatting is what's keeping me from doing sessions with it because of the fact that like a lot of data got rebalanced, and I can't just like mix and match as I go with it. Otherwise, it'll just become a convoluted mess. But I will give you a hint on what the next campaign is going to be like. It was definitely going to be themed around space, which would be fun. Anyway, I'm going to get back to narrating this. I will not stop you from meeting somebody if there are employees who wish to visit you. Please keep in mind that you do not have to do everything they ask you to do. Simply thank them for their effort and hope they'll keep up the good work. Are you still following me? That what we need is a gesture of goodwill, nothing more. We'll go overboard. Give them a vending machine, which they already fucking have. They have the shrimp vending machine. They literally have. They literally already have a shrimp vending machine. It's practically spewing shrimp out of it. Yeah, give them a vending machine. Next, they will come knocking, demanding a bar. So it's basically give them an inch, take a mile. Okay, so you saw us in charge of the information team and department, and we'll give you a proper meeting later. Are you planning on opening up this department before starting the day? Yep. And I got a weirdly shaped anomaly from that, so let's see what it is. So Dawn Ordeals can spawn now. Okay. What is this? Sir, what is this? You know what? You go in there. Just want to see what happens to you. If you get a yellow success, then that might mean something good. Okay. All right, we now know that it's at least doable with that. So we haven't. I guess that's the fortitude trainer practically. Start getting some people on shrimp duty. Yeah, it looks like this guy's gonna struggle with it too, despite his high success rate. Yeah, so that's definitely the highest one to use. Let's get another person on it that knows what they're doing to some degree. Of course, it's a meltdown. I'm pretty much using the shrimp and the skull guy as training for prudence and and temperance, so that way like they have a good success rate, work speed, and sanity stats. It seems his bonus success chance is actually helping with that at least. So if you don't, so it requires instinct work mainly. If you use any other one, there's a moderate chance of it lowering. Will also lower if it's bad results. So it will kill somebody and return to its containment afterwards. At least the pet in its arm is giving minor protection. Okay. Here's to be hostile enemies. Need a blobs. Okay, so these are harder to fight than I expected. Okay, so note to self. Battling the fruit isn't exactly easy. Okay, he needs to go back and heal. Oh, there goes another one. Yeah, we're gonna redo that. So, note to self. Fruit understanding is no joke to fight. So I'm gonna have to equip these people with some proper gear. Or at least like gear that's gonna give them some firepower. Fortunately, I do have some equipment. Um, this seems like it's doing red, so we don't really want to give them that. So soda can armor will probably give them a better chance at least. Also gonna strengthen this person by one. So yeah, note to self, be prepared. Doesn't have my entire squad doesn't have the best HP amount. I'm sure this dog probably drops decent gear too. I see a question. There's a idea there. Maybe if I give someone the band and have them just go right to the enemy and start beating the crap out of them, maybe they might survive longer because they have the regeneration ring on. Maybe. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that with one that like throwaway guys mainly. Okay, that person's got to be like really injured. So that's Hunter. Yeah, that did like 6 damage to them. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll take my time just training people's instinct up, like their fortitude up a little bit, so maybe that might give us a slightly better chance of fighting. Still need to keep increasing the observation level though to get like the best results here. Plus, if I get their whatever this thing's weapon and armor is, it's probably good against red. It probably deals good red damage and good red resist, given the fact that it's violent dog creature. Oh no. Does that mean he's gonna go berserk? Nope. That's the at this rate, I might as well just have this guy go down there. So my best guy currently has 30 health, which means he probably can he can tank for a lot actually against. Yeah, we're gonna pause because bugs. The bugs. Okay, those bugs really fucking hurt, apparently. Yeah, those bugs really hurt. So, guns are definitely a necessity against these things. Okay, you killed one. They don't leave their areas, it seems. That's good, at least. Let's temporarily bring those guys out and have them fight. Nope, apparently not. These two should not leave this area, because this is going to be a high-risk zone. I just want to get used to battling them first, pretty much. I obviously lost like 2 people here, but that's fine. Just learn. Okay, yeah. This is definitely gonna be a pain. Okay, so they killed the stray one. Yeah, gun seems like the best option here. How much health does my guy have? It's gonna be a bit before he heals. The bugs do seem kind of brutal, though. Okay, need him to heal. I'm assuming this also kind of trains them up a bit if you have them fight. Actually, how much health do you have? 15? Probably send that per person in. I just gotta like train these guys up again so that way they're kind of like ready. Oh, because if I can get these ego items, these would actually be very good. Well, maybe not this, but like the claw seems like it might be useful. Got like a good attack speed, even though it's very short range, and at least does like 4 to 6. Okay, it's fully complete at least. It's spider. Yeah, let's get the spider. Matters. I'm watching you. You know what you know about it? You know he's a visionary. If farmers sowed the seeds of version soil that approached before, he may express interest in meeting you in person. If that happens, you'll you'll be able to make your dreams come true. Apparently, she highly admires him. You're the head of this manager. You're the head of this corporation. You're supposed to set an example on others, but that outfit warrants at least 10 penalty points in our department. So he has OCD, I'm guessing. Sounds like a guy that's like a neat freak or something, or someone has like OCD because people do tend to have that kind of like mannerism, like either for cleanliness or something else. Manager should be no exception. However, the rule states that Sephiroth has no authority to impose penalty points. This is the Sod. Christian team is in charge of processing and archiving all the data of our company. The information is generated every day. We need to ensure that information is accurate, and we must concentrate to focus on our jobs all the time. It may be compared to a massive bibliotheca. Baguette. A single bit of information could lead to uncontrollable disaster. I'm sure you understand the gravity of my work. Every silver of information you read contains the despair and desperation of our employees. Do not take it lightly. Apparently, the diversion is exposing part of his body, despite his head showing. Doesn't exactly remember when it started this way. So, do you have any spare paper? Our department could use some. We're not supposed to trade resources between team. It's literally on the first page. Okay. Complete 4 instinct work. Well, it's gonna be easy because we have that one anomaly. Kind of sucks I had to get 2 more though. Should probably get somebody who can like fight at least. Fortunately, all the weapons are being used up, but not the soda cans. I much rather not have him wear this armor just for the fact that I don't know what else is going to be dealt with, and I much rather avoid red damage early on. Yep, it's the spider. Let's just throw one person in there and say fuck it. I think the spider does give good gear though, probably. Okay, so that's really bad. Literally no success. Okay, now we know. I just had to see what happens. Now we know. So what we'll do instead is let's, let's try that instead. I just gotta feel out what the success rates are. Okay, so regression apparently does better. Or oppression. Apparently yellow also kills them. Well, that's not a fun fucking sight to see a character die to a medium success. I mean, that's why this game has like a day resetter anyway. Kind of lets you screw around with it a little bit. Might as well be for an Instinct 2 character at it. Who knows, maybe it just has specific conditions. Okay, so... Alright, I got an idea now how this works. I probably need a person with a certain amount of stats. That's probably what it is. I was only planning on doing like 3 attempts on it anyway to see what would happen. So maybe if I get someone with good enough stats like this guy here to do it, maybe that might allow for some more beneficial results. Now that the dog is fully real figured out though, the success chance will at least be good enough to not kill someone randomly. Now, if I use the higher level guy, it should succeed. Okay, that just kind of does nothing. Okay, yeah, he doesn't die. So that's good to know. And this will give us results. Common. Okay, so that's probably the good one to use. The problem is I can't do it too often with him. Not with the current equipment available. Because I think insight's fine. Yeah, insight's fine. Just gotta keep training people. It's the thing. Make a number attempt on that. Okay. That's a clockwork robot. Is there any more of them, or is that just only one? I mean, he ain't really doing much. He's just kind of hanging out. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Gonna have them heal up a little bit. How much damage did they take? So, 3 attacks did that much damage. Okay. Just gotta keep fighting them then. The other construct isn't really gonna cause that much of a big deal because these things look very slow. Yeah, this looks like the easiest one, actually. Alright. I think health's good enough. I'll just try to finish him off. It's kind of just a slow process of killing them, isn't it? Okay, he fucking murdered somebody. Did he murder my first person? Yeah, the new guy. He just killed the new guy, basically. Okay. That went better than expected. Okay, so Instinct's the best one to do. If that's the case, I'll have him work on it. Plus 4% work success chance will probably help me out later than align with it. Employees who are prudence of level 1 are squashed with prudence level 1 squashed the spiderlings and turned those who harmed into cocoons. Okay, so you can't have someone with prudence 1. Well, that means it's like the only person that can fucking do that job then. Everyone else needs like fucking insight training out the ass. Yeah, so it looks like I definitely need to like train up my guys. Hello, new person. Yeah, I'm currently trying to train up my the lads basically because they're literally unable to do spider bud besides like one person. Apparently, insight is really bad as well against them. Okay, so if you sacrifice somebody to it, it basically gives you even more. Okay, that's good to know. Just gotta keep training these people. I guess at some point we'll have to use my law points for leveling people up, but I do want to like avoid that if I can. Actually, if I can get this spider like equipment, that might actually be the best case scenario here. Okay, that weapon doesn't look too bad. I see, how much does a hammer weapon do? When I got hooked up on some people here. 5 to 7, so that's basically a 2 damage higher weapon than the Zion weapon from the Skull guy. And it seems to have better speed too. Let's see, yeah, because actually no, it has the same speed. I guess I should just figure out what he has for upper stuff, I guess. Ah, great. A dog. I should probably wait for it to basically... What's it doing? I'm kind of just waiting for it to basically move to a hallway so I can fight it. You have to aggro it? No, because aggro it doesn't really do anything in that case. The problem is I feel like it has like a splash attack maybe or something. Okay, it moved. Still need to get more insight training on some guys here. It's insight seems to be the thing I'm like. Prudence seems to be the stat I'm lacking out of like my entire setup here. If I can get that high enough, I'll be able to at least do what I gotta do, and that's alright armor. Okay, done. One dead from the earlier fights. So yeah, I got some of them. Okay, why does Prudence drop? It's because I haven't had him train it at all. Okay, that's shoes, berries, and a flower. Let's get the fairies then. Be right back 1 minute. Okay, I'm back, and man, this music's just going a little nuts. What do you do if one of your subordinates who's harvesting energy from an anomaly meets the quota, face certain death doing so? This is a very basic question, so I know you know the right answer. That's not the perfect answer I was expecting. First would be to harvest enough energy before such a situation would arise. So basically, it's just saying like, oh, don't try to like do stuff as fast as possible, not risk any death. But given the point in the game I'm in, I can't really do that, so I need to get equipment. You can see my expectations despite your first impression. So I heard your team had tons of casualties. How many time has it been now? Shouldn't it be? Shouldn't you be at your team's side? It looks super depressing over there. Accidents happen. I want them to understand it's not a big fuss. Dwelling on it only encourages them to cry more. It will eventually tire them out. But people have died, and maybe we should say something, at least some half-hearted commemorative speech to cheer up them. Perhaps your aim is different than mine. I see no point in being sentimental. Caring too much about their respected employees. So basically, he's got that fucking seed, is like that CEO grind set going on. Spot process. So, I'm saying, I guess there's no right answer, is there? We're both busy. See you later. What do you think, manager? Should we go compliment for the sake of morale? You know what? You do you, man. You do you. So he's basically just saying like the futility of it, pretty much. Also, the music's just going fucking nuts in the background. Like when it's going on, the music's just having a fucking rave. You know what? Display UI. This is the biggest upgrade I needed. Being able to see the health of my guys. Because it is impossible to play this game without being able to know what your units have, basically. Okay, I think this will be the last day that I play before I have to do something else. So we'll have the new guy just do that. See if he perishes. Good chance he probably will. So Spider's armor is only available for one person, apparently. This fight's just training. Gotta get somebody to wear it for a second. So it hasn't been on long enough to give me enough info, though. So the person with the information team apparently has fairies on them. Or at least will be soon. Yep. When work result is normal or good, small fairies appear around employees. Small fairies will heal the employee's HP over a limited time. If the employee under the fairy's care is assigned to a different contaminator, they will immediately die and be consumed. Okay. And the armor is basically just like pretty much basic armor, pretty much. It normalizes the black damage and gives minor white and red damage resistance. Root. Alright, everyone stop what they're doing. The aggressive fruit has shown up. That's a bad sign. Yep. Very bad sign. Don't fight the dog. Let someone else fight the dog. There we go. Dog has been slain. Oh, I see the static freaked out as well. So remix it. I just need to get more insight training on people. Still playing with it. Did any of you have a white weapon? Nope. I mean, they basically did my job for today. Hmm. Wait, 5 are dead? Yeah, it's not worth. I should probably redo it. Do you have any equipment I can give that won't get wasted instantly by somebody? Like, the static, I guess, destroyed any attempts at something. I guess what I'll do is I'll wait until the ordeal spawns, and then I'll start farming fairy and spider super hard to get the gear. Because I want, if I get spiders, weapons, and armor, that will at least be a good like thing at least. Especially if I get fairies as well, because fairies seems to have some potentially useful armors. Like fairies armor is okay, but like what makes it good is the fact that I can get a lot of it. So if I get all 5 units of it, I can at least armor kit out like 3 whole departments effectively. Spider zone. This thing definitely screwed me over last game. Like literally like last day, it just ruined everything. So let's see if I. This guy's not being healed by anything. Let's gotta be careful about sanity. Sanity is a really problematic thing as well. Hopefully the fairy buff does help though. Okay, so next meltdown is Dawn. Orange Dawn. Fuck. That one's gonna be a pain. I also have to be wary of this dog, because if this dog breaches, this is gonna be bad. Fortunately, though, I can make its armor. So, at least have some bootleg armor for non-white damage enemies, at least. Yep, just take it slow. Okay, so the weapon is pretty basic, apparently. It's special, but the gift item is not too bad. Oh, the dog's quick off counter went down. One. It's not good. Now let's get someone newer on it. Somebody who doesn't have skill in it. If I can get their HP, if I can get my HP as high as possible, then at least I'll be able to fight the bugs easier. Because I won't have to worry about someone randomly dying on me from low HP. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep training with the dog then. Make sure that works. Yeah, because this person can't fight right now. He has like, they have like 15 health. Dana has like literally 15 health. The upside is at least I gave them armor that blocks red a little bit, but it's still not like ideal. I basically just got to train them up until they're pretty much at a point where they can take like if I get their fortitude to level 2, then that would probably be like the best spot. Okay, so bugs can only be in hallways. So if I just don't move anyone out of the hallways, it will probably be fine. Okay, they went down here. Just coordinate an entire team, I guess. Actually, where's our 15 HP guy? That's the one I'm gonna... Okay, you're going up there. You can't fight. You also can't fight. So I think this is all my... Okay, this person can't fight either. Damn. Okay, out of all the people I have, this is my most capable list. And this person... Oh wait, this person has a gun. They don't need to have that much HP, actually. Okay. It's one down. Okay, they don't really do that much damage, actually. So I might be able to kill them very easily. I guess because they can overwhelm you with numbers. But since I'm sending in a whole squad in, it's not really that bad. Yeah, as long as the whole squad goes in, it's basically no problem whatsoever. Well, business as usual. Yeah, I don't really have to worry about anyone else at the moment, so I can just literally train. Okay, so I got it identified in basic level now. I guess I'll just start farming armors. Because armors are like basically the biggest problem here. Is if I can get enough armors for everybody and eventually enough range weapons, I should be fine. I also got to restock because I lost some items some time ago. Man, those fucking hallways are a mess. They're just covered in like gore. Bugs are not as bad as I thought they were, though. I just need to like get more training done. That's all. Like if I can get enough training done on every person, I'd be set. After this, however, I will have to wrap things up with this. I got the armor, got the weapon. Okay, oh, good. Got everything I was looking for that. Okay, what we got here? It literally makes itself into the safest place on Earth. Bunker. We simply reaped what it sowed. Now everything will just be fine. Let's get this. This looks cool. I'm honestly just kind of zoning out of those. So now we can get another incredibly useful perk. And by use, actually, no, we're not even getting that, I guess. I guess we have to level up one more time for that. Or maybe I have to do more missions. Yeah, it's probably more missions. This will probably be the last day I do for this, for the time being, basically. Okay, he's gonna get the spider armor because it's just gonna be better for him. Okay, good. Okay. Damn, I really racked up the fortitude on some people. I guess we'll have that person start training instinct on them. Okay, what's meltdowning? This, so that's the case, we'll just put this guy on it. Really, only one thing meltdown, having a meltdown at all? It's kind of bland. I guess insight would also be a good thing to train with the skull guy at least. Sanity is going to become a problem later. Okay, so there's two bug spawns at the moment. That one has damaged bugs in it. So there is 5 guys over there. Bugs are always a very pesky thing to deal with. Jeez, how much HP does Hunter have? Hunter has 45 and took a lot of damage in that fight. We'll have that person train. This person will train more on that. I guess instincts are kind of like the most important one just for the health alone. What does this thing do? Judging by the look of it, it looks like it's gonna just gonna blend whatever gets in it and just kill it. So it's probably not a good idea for me to even use it at all. I am gonna, however, train the shit out of everybody here, because without the prudence stat being high, it's definitely negatively impacting what I can do in this game. Okay, so you lose 20 energy if you fail to do something with it. Well, it don't matter to me. Okay, does anyone else need more insight training before I finish it up for today? Wow, there is nobody else besides like 2 people in my departments that can actually do that. Okay. Okay, once that guy's done, we'll call it a day here. Okay. Well, seems like some of them leveled up. Not high enough, though, but still. Just getting them trained up is the hardest part, I guess. Okay, so apparently there was a perception filter error. Hmm. So apparently there's employees bickering in the background of this. So it seems like Yasad basically was not the most mentally stable person in the facility. Six attachment work. And I think that's complete at least. Definitely display UI damage, need that. Good to see how much damage is being dealt. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day here. It's been getting kind of like late. Again, my schedule's kind of switched around now, and this was one of those days where I just kind of like had a day off, and I was kind of able to at least enjoy myself and have a nice stream for once. I would have talked more, but I kind of tired of it for like during the first half of it. I still need to. I need to do more vocal stuff. Actually, that would probably fix my like ability to talk over the course of like a long stream. Granted, this one wasn't super long, but it's just kind of like it just needs practice. Other than that, I do have other games in mind for the summer that I'll probably do and like probably play. But I definitely want to get an Ultra Kill. I haven't touched that one like a while because I was like, should I wait for Act 3 to come out or should I just wait for Act 2 to come out? But I'll probably touch it. I think these are better than Penitence armors and the soda can as well. Okay, everything's all set up. So that was Lobotomy Corp. I'll probably play some more of it later down the line, but don't expect me to play it, see me play this often because this is one of those kind of games I just like will probably play when I'm like just want to chill. And funny that I say that given how these these Project Moon games are usually. But yeah, I'll probably play it some more later down the line. Anyway, that's it for today. See you guys.